want to hear any more of these lies about reckless spending. We're changing people's lives.
He's changing people's lives, all right. That's for sure. For the worse. Biden's America, ladies and gentlemen. A garbage dump floating down Poops Creek without a paddle in sight. What a shame. We got to talk about America today, ladies and gentlemen. About a very important message that I recently came across. Now, I believe this is actually an older clip. Not super old, about a year old. But I wanted to show you guys this because I think it's very, very important. And it's something that I previously had talked about in several videos. Like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. And let's dive in. Biden's America, guys. Ripping down the American flag. As people cheer. Tearing down the American flag. You witnessed that. What a shame, right? Let's continue. Yeah. That's happening in Joe Biden's America. And honestly, I think it's exactly what he wants, unfortunately. Now, I wanted to show you guys those two clips before I brought you into this clip I'm about to show you. Now, let me give you guys a little bit of context here. This gentleman here is the president of El Salvador. For those who are wondering who this gentleman is, he is on Tucker Carlson's show speaking to Tucker Carlson about a topic that I don't remember exactly when I touched on it, but I've definitely talked about it in previous videos because I thought it was just so obvious what was happening and how it was going to play out because of who we are. Now, I'm going to play this clip. It's only about a minute and a half long, not very long, but I think it's very, very important to listen to, especially after watching those first two clips. Let's check it out.
The demise of the U.S. has to come from within.
Yep.
Right? The enemies have to be inside, not really outside. No external enemy can cause so much damage as internal. It's an internal operation. You're watching internal operations here. You can see them in cities that were pristinely beautiful 30 years ago are wastelands right now. You would see people. I mean, I'm from El Salvador, third world country in Central America, and myself, I can see cities here and say, I want to live here. So that would be unthinkable 3 decades ago, totally unthinkable. That a Salvadoran wouldn't want to live in a U.S. city, in a U.S. main city. I mean, Los Angeles, San
New York,
Francisco,
Chicago, yeah.
Well, Philadelphia, Baltimore. When you look how the cities are eroding so fast, this has to be by design. I mean, who would make so many stupid decisions? Like, okay, we're gonna give you money for drugs. Really, they're doing that. In some cities, they're giving people drugs. I mean, they're literally giving...
Allegedly, of course. Got to say that.
...people drugs in some U.S. cities. Or they say, okay, we're going to give you money if you don't work. Or we're going to... they make all of these laws that make no sense.
So the El Salvadorian president makes a lot of sense there.
The demise of the U.S. has...
Hold on. Guess he has some other stuff to say, okay? He made a whole lot of sense there. I mean, there were so many things that he touched on. First off, the demise of America has to come from within. It's not going to come from any outside force. It's going to come from within, and it has come from within. It's not some foreign land that's, invading our shores and bombarding us with all types of artillery. It is from within. Some of our elected officials, like he told you there, have these terrible policies. We've watched once great American cities go to absolute poop piles. And I'm trying to keep it PG here. I mean, it's absolutely terrible what is happening. And then you see, and listen, I'm all for freedom of speech. I'm all for it. Say what you want. But you got people tearing down the American flag? I don't know, man. That just doesn't sit right with me. Now, obviously, you got a slippery slope because you don't want to go too far, right? Policing people and telling people what they. But come on, destroying the American flag, right? And people cheering for it. I don't know, man. That just will never sit right with me. It never will. Never will. Watching people do that, and then they turn around and ask people to, I'm gonna save that one because I got another video I want to touch on that subject with. But yeah, it's just absolutely disgusting what is happening, and he's 100% correct. We are being destroyed from within. We must eradicate the establishment within, and once we do that, then we can take our country back. Then we'll have our country back. The establishment is what's destroying this country. The establishment are the ones that are pushing these terrible policies. The establishment are the ones that are allowing these criminals to vandalize and do these horrible things. Like the whole, well, I don't know if I can get onto that topic. You got people afraid to just ride public transportation these days because of what may happen to you. And if you defend yourself, you're probably going to jail. And it's just like, wait, what? In what world should somebody defending themselves be going to jail? That doesn't even make sense. Like that is just mind-boggling to me. But of course, you have these folks who create these policies that in my opinion want to destroy America, one, and two, they don't have to feel these same policies. Now, recently there have been some Democrats who have experienced these policies, the detriment of their policies. I think one guy was carjacked, I believe, and another was robbed. I think it was a lady. Both Democrats, of course. So they got to experience, but you know what? I bet you they won't change their policies. I bet they won't change. That's the crazy part. You know, like it's just wild to me. And you know what else is wild? Is when I see stuff like this. So this clip I'm about to show you guys is a clip of San Francisco. And apparently the Chinese president or whatever is coming here to America, to San Francisco. I want to play this clip, and I want to ask you, do you notice something? Check it out.
Here we are, downtown San Francisco, and as you can see, they got it blocked off. I'm not a big fan of these barricades. It's sad our country's not safe enough. It's sad they got to put up barricades. Can only imagine how the Academy of Art.
Did you catch it? Did you? Did you notice it? Type below. What am I talking? What do I want you to notice out of this entire video? What do I want you to notice out of this entire video here? Have you typed it yet? Don't cheat. Type it in the comment section now. Pause the video, because here we go. I'm about to tell you. Where are the homeless people? Where'd they go? All of a sudden? Just vanished? Disappeared. Oh! You got somebody from another country coming to look at your city. Now you clean stuff up. And yet these Democrats want to walk around and parade. Oh yeah, we care about the people that we serve. No, you don't. No, you don't. Exhibit A. It took a foreign leader to come to America for you to do something about it. And really, I'd be willing to bet all they did was just put them in some type of camp, some, far away from there for the day or for the night, for a few days. They'll be right back on the streets after this whole thing is done with. This isn't a permanent thing. And that's the problem. Democrats always want to preach about how they care about people. No, they don't. No, they don't. Does that look like they care for people? I'm just saying. Right? It took a foreign leader for you to do something about the homeless. But that's also something that I touched on previously. When you have these organizations who have individuals in them that are making buku bucks, you know, enough money to live off of, plus some, right? 6-figure salaries, allegedly, of course. But even just money to live off of, that creates a conflict of interest. You can't have organizations that are supposed to be doing good for the people where people that are working in these organizations are making a honest living. You can't have it. It won't work. That's a conflict of interest. If they solve the homeless crisis, if there's no more homeless people, there's no more job, there's no more food on the table, there's no more roof over their head. So there's an incentive for them to slow walk things, if not just not do anything at all. Oh, like here and there. Oh yeah, we'll get this guy off the street. Here you go. A week later, oh yeah, we'll get this guy off the street. There you go. When in reality, they could wipe out every homeless person, get them off the streets, into some housing, get them back on their feet within a few weeks. Every single one. Now, I don't know that with 100% certainty. I'm just throwing something out there, right? I mean, that looks like they did it pretty quickly. But you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just this absolute ridiculous stuff going on. And we have to get rid of these folks that are destroying America from within, because they're the only people that can destroy America. We won't be destroyed from any outside forces. It will always be from within. Y'all let me know what you thought about this one in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.